Hi, Scorpio. This is your tarot reading for the month of January, first month of January, 2020. And um, this is for us all Scorpio signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I always tell everybody if you're following it like Venus and Scorpio, then I'm talking about your sensitivity more than I am a love life. Because for me, Venus doesn't come through as a love life. It can be charming, yes, but it's not coming through as it comes through as sensitivity, whether it's positive or negative, and what that means to you. And then where it will take you, whether it's positive or negative. But then also Scorpio, like if you're a moon Scorpio sign, then this would be more of in your emotions than in your core energy. Just so you have a better idea of where the tarot reading is taking you, or this reading is taking you. So if you're a rising Scorpio, then this is how the world is viewing you more, a little bit more, and your self-awareness, your personality, your appearance, than the very core. A Scorpio, Sun Scorpio, this would be more of your core. Now, with that being said, across the board, coming out of Scorpio, when I do look at the astrology, you're really dealing with a ton of information going on in your communication house and your fifth house and your seventh house, which means automatically you are dealing with the way you communicate. And what I'm getting from Spirit is your delivery system. Has a lot to do with the way things are influenced with you and whether it's healthy coming from you or even how you're possibly receiving the information. Because you have so many planets going on there. This is your messaging system in general and how you are receiving or delivering the messages that you are giving out with the community, your partners, your friendships, your marriages, anything that you have a relationship with. And knowing that that communication system is going through a transformation is key for you right now. You're definitely learning how to overcome burdens, guilt, grief, sorrow, shame within the communication and how to speak up for yourself in more positive ways than maybe so abrupt is what I'm getting. You're also learning how to truly go after your true pursuit of pleasure, your creativity, your creative expression in general. But they are bringing me back to humanitarian interests are important for you at this point, or acknowledging what some of those humanitarian interests are, your self-esteem, as well as your self-value, your self-worth, and your own liberation within your own communication with yourself, and how that works towards your dreams, your ambitions, your goals. They're also reminding me that it's very important that you pay attention to how you communicate during your phone conversations and just gossip in general. Because, like I said, your communication system is kind of like off the chain right now with so many planets in it. Is there anything else? It's definitely reshaping the community in some form. And across the board, we're all coming into new levels of our self-realization. Just in general is what I'm getting. You're also getting information or downloads being given to you of action that you need to actually take, physical action. Directions that are being given to you, like, not like warning signs, but insight. And you should actually take action and go through with it in such form. You may be trying to do everything yourself when you actually need to accept help. or try to push to receive, but you may be pushing too hard and it's actually working against you or your liberation. You may be finding frustrated situations, irritations, because you push so hard to receive, but that's actually, like I said, not necessarily working for you. Want to go at your own pace, not at the pace that's best for you, is what I'm trying to get at. Between the heart and the head having a problem. Like the heart may want one thing, but the head is telling you something else, and you're not finding a complete, well-balanced situation within the two. Maybe overwhelmed and burdened with stress, because I'm feeling stress on my shoulders. I'm feeling like you're taking on more than you're capable of, or just feeling overwhelmed by it. Let's see what the cards have to say. For Scorpio. Does anybody else want to speak for Scorpio? I'll turn around in a minute because they're not answering yet. What is the platform for Scorpio for the month of January? What is the platform for Scorpio for the month of January? Getting higher self is giving you higher education if you are listening to it. Or trying to communicate it to you. I just keep shuffling until I feel like I'm being told it's time to stop. What's the platform for Scorpio? The platform for Scorpio for the month of January. The platform for Scorpio for the month of January. What is the platform for Scorpio? Wheel of Fortune. So this is definitely actualized potential coming from the root to the head. So there's definitely something coming into realization and a change being able to happen, moving you into a brand new direction. Definitely a positive thing. Brand new power. Being open to receive it. But you may be blocking it. And this would be that communication. This would be that communication. Because this is loss of faith in self or situation. You may be communicating poorly with yourself or with others. Because what this is 10 of Wands, which is opposition. And you're slowing down the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is there for you. But your own free will to choose to think and communicate in ways that maybe aren't healthy for you anymore. And your higher self is trying to help you understand a higher perspective here. Maybe what's slowing down the Wheel of Fortune. But let's see. Butterflies. Maybe you're going to try to make it a little bit more gentle. That might be important. What is the platform for Scorpio? What is the platform for Scorpio? Let's let the thick plotting. Let's let the plot thicken. What is the platform for Scorpio? Taking the actual movement, knowing what to do, knowing what to say, knowing how to act. You're questioning it. You're doubting it. You're doubting what is right from what is wrong, it seems like. Or you're maybe moving too fast. possibly, and not taking the time to really listen. Could be one of the two. Dietary changes. Now, if I'm going into the platform here, this could be finding healthy balance. And it does speak of diet, which is substance, but this could also be the substance of your everyday daily tasks, the people, places, and the things that you consume in these daily tasks, and making the right moves. Stop questioning things that, aren't really working for you because it's keeping you from the wheel of fortune. Your daily tasks, your daily mundane tasks are your people, places, and things of energy that you consume. So, are you consuming the right energies, whether it's substance as food or it's healthy routines? Because something is being blocked somewhere. Something is being blocked. Don't waste any time on a conflict anymore. The conflict that you've been trying to hold on to, obsess about, is not working for you. And it's actually keeping you from your wheel of fortune in one form or another. Is there anything else here that you can clarify? This is religion and spirituality. This is trusting your higher self. Listen to the higher self. Like I said, you have a lot of communication going on where your higher self is trying to communicate to you right now and trying to help you understand your true creative expression, whether it is in personal interests, whether it is in dating, sex, romance, enjoyment, like theater. What is your creative expression? What do you get off on, and enjoy? And then understanding that about yourself, communicating your higher truths outwardly. This is getting more right with your spiritual truth, your spiritual soulful self, your soulful existence, because self-care is coming with it. Like I said, it's going back to the routines again. Going back to the routines from that dietary change, going back to your daily routines, people, places, and things, and letting go of whatever this conflict is that you've been holding on to that's been keeping you from moving forward and getting to your wheel of fortune. Is there anything else that I'm missing here for Scorpio right off the bat? Yeah. You've been holding on to something that's blocking you. Worry. This is the 5 of discs, which is 5 of pentacles. Worry, doubt, anxiety, making things worse because you're in your head too much. You're in your head too much. You're being overwhelmed, like I said, too much. Holding on to something that's really not working for you. Trying to force it to work. And it's not going to work because you're trying to force it to work when it's not meant to. It's something that's keeping you blocked from getting to your wheel of fortune. It's keeping you from being healthy. And you're being asked to get back to your true soulfulness, your true spirituality, your true self-care, your true self-love, your true routines. Get back to things that are really what help honor you. And get away from whatever it is that's been working against you, because it's been keeping you from moving forward, truthfully, whatever that is. Because that's how you're going to find happiness. There's your wish card. Your wish card is getting right with self, getting away from what isn't working for you. You already know what it is that you've been overwhelmed about. You already know what's been stressing you out, and it's been keeping you from getting to your happiness. But you're allowing it, and it's time to stop it, is what I'm getting. Okay, what's going on in up close and personal relationships? So what is up close and personal relationships? I don't do love readings. If love pops up, then we will communicate about it. But you flipped over. But I don't typically go out and pull love readings. So I do up close and personal, which means it could be love, if that's what comes up. But it could also just be friends, family, children, parents, anybody who's important to you, up close and personal. And I'm getting really important that this has to do with your crown chakra right now, with how you choose to view things. How you choose to view things, how you're choosing to see them, your images of them, your ideas of them, and whether that's positive or negative. You are getting the Knight of Cups. The problem is the Knight of Cups can be misleading. He's very emotional. He's very sensitive. He gives off the idea of being very charming, but he doesn't necessarily stick around. It isn't necessarily reliable. He doesn't stay long. He's very insecure and very immature. Now, this may not be a man necessarily. This could be your emotions, but this could also be somebody else who is in your life. He's led by his emotions more than truth. But what I did fly out is this. You create your own reality. And I feel like this is you. You create your own reality because of where you allow your emotions to take you, whether it's positive or negative, within these relationships. That, or you have someone else who is very powerful in their emotions, and they are creating the reality that you see around you as well, and you're allowing it to be created because of their own emotions. But that's what this card is for me. This card is you create your own reality, and it is definitely being misled by adolescent emotions, depths of emotions, but they don't stay long. They're very immature, very quick to communicate, but aren't necessarily positive about it. This is asking you to get right with your higher self. Trust the star. Trust what you desire. Trust to go after what you truly want within these relationships. What is it? And lead you to the star. Not to this emotional, confused basket case is what I really feel like this is. This is either a person that is definitely leading through example, creating their own life, creating their own reality emotionally on the whim of everything that they are feeling. And this could be you. But this is saying, if you follow the star, follow the enlightenment of it, then it's going to lead you to the very, more or less to your wish card. It's going to lead you to everything you want. You have the illumination there. You have the blessing here. You have the hook, line, and sink of the righteous light here. But if you allow the emotions to run rancid with you, then they're going to create the wrong reality. This is saying trust your emotions, listen to them, but don't necessarily be ruled by them. Because this is one of those things where I say all the time that our emotions can be negative, but that could still be positive. And I say often when I talk to people that, sometimes my vibrations are at their highest when I'm pissed off. And that's not because being mad or angry is a good thing. It just means I'm no longer lying to myself about things. And understanding your emotions but not being led by them can help you to understand things that you need to change and communicate in healthy ways with yourself. So let's see. Tell me what the star card is here for. Tell me what the star card is here for. In up close and personal relationships. What is the star card here for? Family changes in some form. This could be this could be the family, but I see family also sometimes as your own personal cliques. Your community, your groups, those friends. So this is asking you, the star is the hook. The family changes. Your cliques. Are you listening to the star? Are you listening to the star, or are you listening to the emotional energy, whether it's you or someone else, the emotional basket case inside? that is immature and not really getting to the depth. Is there anything else here for up close and personal relationships? Up close and personal relationships for Scorpio for the month of January. Have courage. Have courage to go after what you desire, to go after what you know is right, to go after your truth. Because like I said, you have a lot of energy going on in your 7th house, which is your relationship zone. And for you, this is Uranus is going to be going direct. Independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom, self-worth, self-value, self-esteem. Are you in your liberated power? And are you communicating it in healthy ways with yourself as well as with the relationship? This is telling you to get rest, get in balance, because courage is going to do you no good if you have no health. If you have no health, you have no trust, you have no balance. Courage is just going to lead you right back to an emotional basket case, not to the star. You want to listen to the star. You want to hook the star. The star is always the righteous one in the up close and personal relationships. The righteous one is always the star. It is the hook, line, and sink. But like I said, you are being told that this has to do with the dynamic of the family or your inner clique. So you want to make sure that you're going after the star, not the emotional basket case, because it will set you straight. Up close and personal relationships. Up close and personal relationships for Scorpio. Welcome the new. There's definitely new changes coming in. There are supposed to be people obviously leaving and new things coming in. So it's an exit of one and the beginning of another. I mean, he was given the Wheel of Fortune. So this is definitely a shifting change. I mean, look, this is also darkness. It is dark, and then it's like the darkness coming into the fire on the butterfly, coming into new creativity. And the flowers here, divinity. This is coming into higher self, trusting in what is truthfully good for you in these relationships. Is there anything here up close and personal that you have to tell us? Anything else? Trust in your inner Empress, or that star card might be the Empress. Your inner Empress. The Empress is just, for the way I see the cards, the Empress is just below the High Priestess. The High Priestess has already become one with magic, but the Empress is not quite there just yet. She is still definitely like your Mother Earth. She is nurturing. She is your inner oracle form of thinking. She is the mother. She is birthing. She is nurturing. So in a form, she could be you leading you to your star, with the star, which is the hook, line, and sink, like I said, which could be leading you to your own inner Empress, inner growth, inner nurturing of yourself within the relationships. Or there's someone here who is that star and is that Empress and is going to help lead you in the right direction of communicating with yourself, others, and the relationships at hand. So there's definitely growth going on, and it sounds like it's very positive, but I keep getting responsibilities. So it is completely on you whether you are taking responsibilities for your level of communication and understanding it. Because like I said, it's your messaging system and your delivering system is what I'm getting for the most part. The Chariot. You are going in a new direction. This could be a very victorious direction, but it all has to do with if you are letting the Empress and that star help lead you or not. As long as you are doing that, then the new direction and the victorious change is happening within the relationships. But if you're being led by emotions alone, you may find that the communication is poor and it will not be leading you in that proper direction. All right, what is going on in goals, dreams, ambitions, finances? Goals, dreams, ambitions, finances. You have the Hermit. This is sit still for a hot minute. Sit still for a hot minute. That might have everything to do with that communication zone of what you've got so much energy going on. Sit still for a minute and allow yourself to get the proper, because you also have the devil, the proper communication brought into you. This means you are very stuck in your ways. If I'm looking at it from goals, dreams, ambitions, finances, you're stuck in your ways about the way things should be. You might want to overindulge. It is physical sustenance. Like you may overindulge in things that necessarily aren't important, necessarily as far as the goals, dreams, ambitions, and financial success. You may have been letting the devil lead you a little too far. This is sacrificing what really is right for what is fun, what is enjoying at the moment. But is it really does what you maybe... Are you truly allowing something that is sustaining to lead you? Or just what's fun and feels good now? Kind of like an addiction. Because this is technically the devil usually is a form of addiction. And you're learning of the addiction that might be going against you. Perfect example. We have different addictions. It's not always diet. It's not always drugs or alcohol. Some people have problems shopping and they can't stop shopping and they don't have the money to shop. Some people find things to be important because their material status is important, but it may not be important to anybody else. You see what I'm saying? Something about the devil has been blocking you from seeing the light. And this is time to really allow yourself to see where the devil has been causing you to have self-sacrifice, self-deception, self-undoing, because it's probably in that communication, and it's in a communication along with your creative expression, with your pursuit of pleasure. You may be allowing the pursuit of pleasure to lead you instead of the soulful truth leading you. What I'm trying to get at is, if you go after what's fast, quick, and easy, and it makes you look good and sharp and nice and beautiful, that's all fake. What's underneath? Don't go after the material idea. Go after the real idea. And that will help lead you to those goals, those dreams, those ambitions. And I'm definitely getting the crown is coming illuminated into this. This is the Princess of Wands overcoming these bad patterns. I told you, something about it has been blocking you, and it's that devil. It's that addictive nature of things that actually don't support you, but you've been holding on to their patterns, and holding on to their patterns because you might be interested in the luxury, and you might be interested in the love. You may be going out and having the one night stands, having the fun, doing there's something addictive here that's working against you. And you're coming into illuminating and acknowledging it, coming into the passion of being able to being able to overcome that overwhelmed energy. You're breaking the fears of the patterns and setting yourself free. This is coming into a strengthening of soul. Finding new ethics is what I just heard. This is finding your inner fire. Finding your inner fire, your inner flame. This is your inner judgment, your inner truth. Allowing the golden dawn of the resurrection of you to start to come into play. So this is definitely a positive energy. It's getting yourself away from whatever devil energy you have allowed to block you. But it's a devil energy I feel like you've created. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Trust in yourself. Trust in your higher understanding. Don't go after what's quick and easy. That stuff fades away. Go after your depth. Healthcare changes. Again, this comes down to your routines, your everyday daily tasks, your mundane tasks, and your routines. And there's people, places, and things of energy that you consume in them. And are they healthy for you? Or do they only fake support you? That's the important part here. I'm getting retirement, which means for some of you, this could be, you're finally coming to a part in your life where you are in retirement. But what I'm getting more of, letting that go, releasing it, you're retiring it, you're quitting the devil. You're quitting the devil that's actually been working against you this whole time. And that is very beautiful energy for the month, but trying to overcome and understand where you've allowed your own devil to be created is hard and can be overwhelming. But it's definitely a powerful, wonderful thing as you learn to make the healthy changes that actually get you back on board with your own true self. So I feel like it's very much a positive energy, but it is definitely got depths. I think all the way around we're finding there's not just for you, but for everybody, there's communication depths where we're really having to sink our teeth in and really work on ourselves. You're no different. I love you guys. Bye.